Hello, my loves. Right, do you remember Chloe had her goth nails? She lost one on the pinky. Now she's been decorating her room, as in like building furniture, painting walls. She hasn't lost a single crystal, which is nice. So I'm surprised any of them stayed on because she is brutal with her nails. So we filed them down to a thin clear base and then soaked them off. And I'm just going to go through my prep routine. So I just push back the cuticles. Just quickly whiz over and do that. She does grow quite a bit of cuticle. She has very, very tiny, kind of oddly shaped nail beds. And her index finger is really slopes to the side. So when I'm applying tips and forms, it's really hard because naturally everything seems to follow the curve when I really want to make it straight. So that's a bit of a challenge. But I think doing Chloe's nails, she is one of the most challenging sort of types of nail that I've done. Because if you remember, she used to be a really bad nail biter. So it's quite nice to do the harder types of nail, like tiny nail beds and things like that. Because it kind of, when you get a normal client, it's like a breeze, isn't it? Now, don't worry, Chloe lives with us. That's my daughter. So we're not breaking any social distancing rules or anything like that. And she does not pay for her services, obviously. So I'm just using my Efile Bit just to gently, really gently release any more of that tissue. I go around half the nail in one rotation, then I'll flip the rotation and go back around the other half of the nail. Now then, I'm going to be offering, I was going to do live masterclasses on Instagram. And then I realised not only am I limiting who can access it, but also everyone's internet is so terrible. Like ours is glitchy and awful, and I can't guarantee a solid service. So I'm going to do them via video access, and all you'll have to do is pay a small fee to then have access to that video, and you'll have unlimited access. So if you want to watch it 100 times, you will. The only thing I ask is that you don't share it, because obviously it's for people who have paid to access it. Now, there will be different themed videos, so I might do one on really detailed tip application and shaping, really detailed crystal application designs, maybe, because I go over things in YouTube, but I don't go into loads and loads of detail because I have to rush through the video. So let me know if there's anything specific that you like, and if enough people kind of suggest the same things, then I'll know which direction to go in, because I'd rather do what people want and give everyone access to like affordable training. I am qualified to educate. My accredited courses are beginners courses, and I'm not set up to do those online yet. That's a big task to organise. If you want to learn hand painted characters, and like me, you're really lacking in confidence, I would thoroughly recommend Miss Lucy's. I paid like £5 for a very quick, simple character painting, and it was a very easy character. It's like super beginner friendly, and it probably took me like 30 minutes to do it. And that was like, it's genuinely normally takes about 15 minutes, but it's my first time ever painting a character, and it's just a little, like a half of a Garfield face. But for a £5, I mean, I now have a bit more confidence with painting, and it was really easy to follow. So I'll stick the link to that in the description box, actually, because it's really good course. So back to nails. I'm just nipping, because as you can see, Chloe gets quite a lot of kind of hangy, dry tissue. She doesn't do her cuticles ever. She never oils her cuticles. Like, I moan at her all the time, and she nibbles. She nibbles and nibbles and nibbles all the skin. She nibbles her acrylic nails. If she didn't have nails on, then she would literally just eat her nails. I do feed her. I just don't know what's going on. She's just a nail. She's always bitten her nails. So I do have to nip quite a bit of sort of dingly-dangly tissue with her. Let's go and put the kettle on together, chaps. Come on. So yeah, we'll just nip that. And then we'll be ready to get some forms on. And she's going to have an almond nail shape today. Now, I don't like fitting forms to Chloe's nails because she makes her hands go really stiff. She has very kind of oddly shaped nails. Sorry if you can hear me rustling around, I'm making Oliver a sandwich. So I had to customise the forms and just, I mean, it's a challenge, and challenges are good actually, so I shouldn't moan because challenges teach us. But yeah, they're very difficult to fit with her. It's a bit of a faff. I'm using, what forms am I using? They're from Glitter Planet. I can't remember what they're called. They're the long ones. I like them because they're really firm and they've got a good stick to them. A really good stick. So I'm just customising them to fit her diddy hands. And then I'll turn her hand round to make sure that it's, you know, the right fit and it's not on the wonk. So then once I've dehydrated and primed, I use the Young Nails Protein Bond as my primer. I'm just going in with clear acrylic from Nailmate, crystal clear, and I'm just going to apply a thin clear base because this nail is going to be bright yellow. Yellow, mellow yellow. There's nothing mellow about this yellow actually. So I'm just going to use that as a thin clear base. And we're going down to the number 2 on these, which is very long for Chloe. I'm not sure how she'll cope, but she said, I really want them long. I still can't apply a nail to the pinky on her other hand where she had that injury because the separation is growing out and we need it to continue to grow out rather than put any extra pressure on. So I will not apply a nail to that hand, which is why I'm filming this hand, which is actually, this is the worst hand for me to work on. I've worked better on the other hand, but you know. So I'm applying this yellow. This is from Valentino and I cannot remember the number, so I'll put it in the description box. It's really, really bright. It's not neon though. It's deep. It's a deep yellow. Chloe actually, she sent me the picture. We don't know the name of the artist that did these nails. She was just Google searching like summer nails and sunflower nails and this came up, but it had already been like taken from someone else, I think, and posted on a generic page. So we don't know the artist whose picture we were inspired by, which is very frustrating because I'd rather give credit. But it was just a yellow set with sunflowers and that's what we wanted to do. So I'll apply, I used like the 3 bead technique, it's a longish nail. And we're going for like a long almondy shape. So I'll let you watch this bit anyway, because it's quite self-explanatory.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down.
Then I will just go straight in and cap this nail with crystal clear.
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling.
Now the two middle fingers are full nail of Valentino Butterlicious. It's a very neutral nude colour. It's really, really nice, especially for Chloe's skin tone. So we'll do 2 full nails of that. I'll let you watch. But as you can see, I place the bead at the stress line and then I walk it down and then I just start kind of placing it where I need it. So it's quite self-explanatory. I'd rather go into more detail on like full tutorials because it's a lot easier because you can just concentrate on one nail. But you can see what I'm doing.
Is this what you want now? Feels like you're looking for something better. Is this what you want now? Or is it because you can't forget her? I can't keep pretending it's not getting to me. It's never ending. Can't give you what you need. You're misbehaving. Yeah, it's getting to me. It's never ending. You can give anything, so you can go, yeah. So I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. Yeah, you better go. I think about yesterday. My, oh my. My, oh my. A kiss, and so I did. Since I met you, I feel unbreakable.
Now after this, the index finger was actually completely out of shot, but it was just another yellow finger. As you can tell, I sped this one up. But yeah, it was just another yellow one. And then I filed off camera because it's just a lot easier. So these have been filed, and we're going to go and top coat this nail because this is going to have some 3D nail art on it. So we'll apply some, oh, I can't remember the name of it. It's from Nailmate. It's the top coat. Can't remember. It's gone. It's completely gone. And then we'll kill that for 60 seconds in my lamp. And then, oh, I went... And then we're going to make a little sunflower. Now, I find 3D really hard this way round on the client's left hand. If it's on their right hand, so easy. If it's on their left hand, I just have a brain fart. My hand gets in all sorts of awkward positions. So this one doesn't look as good as the other one. But I didn't film the other one because I always do the first hand off camera just to sort of get to grips with what I'm doing. So I'm really annoyed with myself. But, I mean, you get the gist of it. Just, I don't know why I find it difficult on the other hand. It's just more complicated for me.
My, oh my. My, oh my. A kiss, and so I did.
Then it comes to my favourite bit, because it don't mean a thing if you ain't got that bling. So I'm applying these yellow opal Swarovski crystals, and I'm just doing a little S shape. These are stunning. They're so beautiful and they match perfectly. I apply them to a buffed nail, and I just use a tiny dab of the Angel Crystals adhesive and then plop the crystal down, wait for them to dry fully. So, you know, do some other bits for a couple of minutes and then come back and top coat them, because you want that adhesive to be properly dry. So when you top coat, your top coat then acts as another kind of safety net around the crystals, and they won't come off. I mean, none came off of her previous design, and she was doing so much decorating and like manual labour. So we'll top coat these two yellow nails, and I top coated the thumb, which is just a full nude nail. And then we'll come back and top coat the crystal nail. And that is that. We applied some cuticle oil and took a few different shots in different settings with different lighting, some natural light. I hope you've enjoyed this summery sunflower set, and I'll see you in my next video. Tally bye!